Greetings, graded community. I am filming this from our way too quiet campus, and it surely misses you. However, it will remain in great shape and be ready for your return just as soon as that is possible. I hope this message finds you well and you're adjusting nicely to distance learning. To those celebrating Easter and Passover, I wish you happiness. It was almost 4 weeks ago that we closed our campus. My emotions since that day have been all over the place, and I'm sure that's true for you as well. For me, I felt a sense of loss in not being able to connect in person with one another. I was also saddened by the tragedies that many people are experiencing. Yet at the same time, I've seen great moments of hope, witnessing people doing extraordinary things for one another on a daily basis, and feeling tremendous pride and joy as our community has come together. I continue to be humbled by the solidarity among our faculty, students, and parents. We are so grateful for your words of encouragement and support, and it drives our team to give everything we have. Many families have written and asked, when will we be able to reopen our campus? While we don't have an exact time frame, we're ready for whatever comes tomorrow. As of today, we have set April 30th as our return date. However, São Paulo Governor João Doria has told us that schools are closed for an indefinite period. So we must take the lead from the state government and do the responsible and safe thing for both the graded community and society at large. While I want nothing more than to open our campus and welcome back each and every family, we must be realists. This pandemic is serious, and it is costing people their lives. We need to be open to the possibility that we may not be able to reopen our campus doors this school year. I do not have any information to suggest that this is the case at the moment, but I also want to be candid with you. Additionally, many parents have written and asked, why don't we take vacation now and return in June or July? Well, as an American school, we follow a North American calendar. And while Brazilian schools have recently begun the first half of their school year, we're only 2 months from the end of ours. Additionally, about 25% of our students enter and exit graded each school year. Those that won't be returning next year must leave our school with complete transcripts. Also, some of our foreign faculty transition to new positions around the world in June, and they would no longer be available to teach your children. So, we need to be committed to finishing this school year either in person or from a distance. What we can ensure is that whether we are operating in person or at a distance, that our teachers will deliver for you and your children the very best education possible. I recognize that this new normal is hard, and I know that at moments it places our parents in roles of full-time parent and co-teacher. I understand that a large number of you are also engaged as professionals and have major work responsibilities. So as we continue in this mode, I need you to stay connected to us, to maintain the belief in our faculty, trust that we will deliver a powerful learning experience no matter how long we're operating like this. We will not let your child's education suffer. Rather, we do believe it can thrive. This moment is upon us not by anyone's choosing, but opportunities bring about new possibilities. We want and expect students to think, create, and construct meaning from what they're learning. The possibility to discover new ways to connect with learners, add creativity, and encourage greater student autonomy will be of real benefit from this time. All these experiences will become valuable life lessons for your children. In turn, they'll apply these lessons and skills they have learned throughout their lives. Teaching online is different from doing so in person. It requires an entirely new approach to lesson design and unit development. Our faculty are working late into the evenings, retooling and adapting their plans to fit to this new reality. And much has been written and discussed in schools around the world about synchronous learning, when students are learning at the same time, and asynchronous learning, when students are learning independently and at their own pace. Most leading international schools, like graded, are utilizing a blended model. This approach is not too different, actually, from what happens when students are here on campus. They move between synchronous and asynchronous experiences while at school as well. Teachers often lecture for a short period of time, for example. and then they give students space to work independently and at their own pace. We have adapted the educational delivery for the online environment. While we have had to adjust to many changes in our lives, including this distance learning experience, many children have been left without access to education altogether. So I'm proud to share with you one way that Graded is giving back beyond our walls. UNESCO estimates that due to the COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic, over half the world's children, 890 million, have been impacted by school closures. In Brazil, we know that millions of young people have lost their access to education. Meanwhile, the more fortunate are engaged in distance learning via the internet, as the most vulnerable sit in their homes without access to teachers or educational materials. While we know that the internet is not accessible to many students that are in marginalized populations, mobile technology often is. WhatsApp, the most widely used social media platform in Brazil, can be used to deliver content so that learning may resume for many. So with this in mind, the Graded Learning Lab is proud to launch Graded Beyond Boundaries. The Graded Beyond Boundaries initiative will offer rich, meaningful academic lessons to students most in need. Through WhatsApp, members of the Graded faculty will provide lessons and feedback to any and to all children who wish to participate. Initially, lessons will be offered in Portuguese and mathematics, with the hope of adding more content in the near future. Additional community service projects are being launched literally as I speak. So I encourage you to visit the Graded from a Distance section on Graded's website homepage to learn more and get involved. Through all of the challenges we are facing, I remain eternally optimistic for our community and for our world. I continue to believe in the greater good of humanity, that we will renew ourselves after this crisis ends, rethink and reconsider what actually matters, and then take aim at solving the many ills and problems in our society. And I know one thing, our students can and will be future problem solvers who will take what they have learned from this moment and use those skills and knowledge to tackle the world's challenges. So remain optimistic and hold out hope. Hope that the young people we are raising today will stand tall. They are listening, watching, and reading. They know, certainly our older students, what is happening outside the windows of their homes, and they're learning what to do, but also what not to do. Let us be examples to them, be honest, be real, but also teach them to find meaning and purpose. I look forward to speaking again with you in the near future, and I wish you health and happiness. Please remain safe, Graded community. I miss you, and I'll see you soon. And hey students, I have an announcement for you too. So those of you in the lower school, make sure you play and stay active and get outdoors when you can, safely and with proper physical distance. Keep on innovating and keep on being creative thinkers. And remember students, keep on reading, because all great leaders and great thinkers are outstanding readers. And remember, eat healthy and eat a balanced meal. And make sure you take care of yourself with good nutrition. And remember to stay fit and exercise and listen to your PE teachers. They know. Take time for yourself and relax a little bit. And you know what? It's okay to be a little silly sometimes because it's pretty stressful out there. So have some fun. And finally, seniors, don't think it's over. It's still your senior year, no matter if you're at a distance or back here on campus. And we're thinking of you. And it's going to be a great celebration when you graduate from Graded.